All right, so we have an article coming to us from Medium that was written in April of 2018. Came across the desk recently, so I wanted to, really dig into this. When do we admit we hate women? A, we ain't in France. There is no we here. You may hate women. I don't know why, but as far as men go, no, sir. We love and want to protect our women. Make no mistake. This is written by this gentleman named Stanley Fritz. Interesting last name for a black guy, but whatever. Men love women in theory, but in practice, it's not so clear. Is it though? A couple of years ago, I ran a little experiment at an event aimed at talking to men and women about the dangers of street harassment. What is the danger of street harassment, first and foremost? Hey, Ma, how's it going? Hey, pretty lady, what's going on? There are women that literally, back in the day, would walk past construction sites just for the attention because, hey, some women liked it. Like, baby girl, you're looking good. I mean, I will admit, there are certain packs of wolves that run around and be like, "Really, screw you, old stuck piece," type dudes, and those are no gentlemen at all. But for the most part, particularly when you use street harassment, the idea that pops up in the average person's head is the construction site. And, a lot of ladies actually like that. That made them feel good. Like, oh, yeah, I'm looking good today. Okay, bet. See, women do like compliments. Make no mistake about it. It's just when it gets there are dangerous ways that that it can't be expressed, and that stuff does need to chill. Like you definitely don't want those types of things to happen, but it also is a matter of the female knowing where she's going and knowing to protect herself. Using real life stories collected from women I knew, I gave out scenarios in which women and girls were street harassed, followed, or even assaulted by men for no other reason than walking down the street. After each scenario, I would ask the guys in the room to let me know what could have been done to avoid the situation altogether. It was a simple exercise with a simple goal for the people in the room to see the role they or their fellow males play in terrorizing women. I mean, regardless of the scenarios in which you're doling out, comparably speaking, it's not like, yes, assaults happen. We know they're wrong without question, but to sit here and act like, oh, the entirety of, hey, pretty lady, you looking good, real good today, mama, ends in assault, or as if it's even probably a percentage of the amount of times it ends in assault, is bunk and bullshit. Unfortunately, that's not the conclusion the room came to. In literally every scenario, they placed the blame solely at the feet of the woman. I'll see why not. I mean, it does take two, right? The most shocking example was a story a friend shared from when she was in junior high. While walking home from school with some friends, a stranger pulled up next to them and tried to pull her into his car. When she and her friends resisted, he followed and then chased them for several blocks. When they screamed for help, no one responded. After a couple of minutes, the assailant gave up and drove away. When challenged with what could have been done differently, one of the gentlemen in the room said that the girls asked what the girls were wearing and why they were walking home by themselves. My bigger question is, why didn't any of them have some spray, a blade on them? I mean, as someone who's dated, y'all really don't need to know that number, but quite a few women throughout the course of my life, they do not have, I guess, a natural instinct for self-preservation. They are so sweet. They can be so sweet and so innocent and so beautiful, have such a sweet spirit, right? But they will not take measures to protect themselves. I spent probably around $300 on switchblades and box cutters and razors for my significant other to carry along with her, and she'd always leave it. I literally ended up having to get a keychain, a box cutter keychain, simply so she could always have some type of protection on her so she can look out for herself. See, here's the weird thing. When it comes to all of this feminism that we've been fed past 30, 40 years, they've been convincing these women that they're equal to men, that they are the exact same. And you know what? Just because if a man can do this, then so should I. Bet. But the deal is that men on average, get assaulted far more than women, okay? But B, beyond that, men have the foresight for the most part, or, you know, on average, okay, definitely don't want to have a not all situation on our hands, but men have the foresight to put some protection on them, you know, learn how to fight, know how to throw those hands, and not just helicopter in on a battle. I left that event frustrated and confused. How could a group of men who claim to love and value women be so ready to blame them for the trauma that why you keep using the term we men had caused? Because they're strong, they're independent, and they don't need us, right? You're strong and independent. That is the narrative that they have sold each other and themselves for generations at this point. Strong, independent, don't need no man. Oh my God, I'm being assaulted. Da, 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 da. Sweetie, you don't need nobody else for that. But the deal is that as men, our natural instincts is to protect. Make no mistake, our natural instincts is to protect and provide. And it's a big part of the reason why society has flourished in the way that it has. Because do you think there's 45 different shades of green because men need 45 different shades of green? Or do you think there's 45 different shades of green so women can have all the variety that they want? You know, dishwashers and kitchen sinks and shit, plumbing is all because, hey, we want to make sure that we create a comfortable setting and a comfortable environment for our women because we love them, we want to provide for them, and we want to protect them. These things that you're speaking of, they are outliers in the course of human history, of the course of our biological evolution. These are the outliers, and they actually are far less now than they've ever been. I mean, hell, 1920 forced entry was just a bad date, right? Like, seriously, here now we've taken it serious. We've gone out of our way to take the needs of our women seriously. So now we are at a point where if they end up in dire situations, yeah, sweetie, you got to take some accountability on this. Then it dawned on me. Every man I know talks about his love and appreciation of women, but outside of his mother, is that real? Honestly, I don't think so. That's because... Let's keep going. Similar to the way the average white person relates to black and brown people, men have an aggressively problematic relationship with women. Why are you looking for white people to relate to you? The deal is that white people shouldn't be relating to us or anything else like that. We should be working together. You know, we ain't gotta relate to each other. We gotta work together. And yeah, there is commonality, and that commonality can usually be found in the form of religion or patriotism in a lot of ways. So yeah, we all do basically have some common functions that we should use to spur us working together. But as far as having them concern themselves with the plight of the black and brown, then no, because they can't. Even if you walk a mile in somebody else's shoes, you didn't walk any of the miles before that, so you still can't relate to them. All right, we love them in theory, but not in practice. Do men love smashing women? Yes. Looking at them? Absolutely. Dating and even marrying women? Sure. But when it comes to acknowledging their humanity and seeing them for more than just an object, things get fuzzy. No, it doesn't. Deal is that if you want equality out in this world, like, you gotta earn the respect that you want. I'm not gonna sit there and respect a woman that, you know, any and everybody can have sexually as much as I would respect a woman who's like, yo, nah, I'm far more selective as in who I let inside of me. And that's not seeing them as an object, particularly when many of them objectify themselves. Take Ice Bay for example. I got a comment, some guy was like, oh yeah, you're just seeking attention too. Yeah, that's kind of the point of the YouTube game. But besides that, she, went out in in a low cut shirt and tossed out a video like, yeah, this is me, da 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 da. And the deal is that in that instance, she is objectifying herself because she knows she will get all the views and all the attention. And that is capital to females, is attention and money. So it's not that we objectify them, is that, hey, they have the right to objectify themselves. They do. They definitely get bread from it. Look at Twitch. So what's wrong? I think it's a fair exchange, to be 100% honest with you. Some attention for money, because that's at her biological base. That's something she needs. Boom. No, like, oh yeah, we see them as anything other than an object. They see themselves as an object too. Trust and believe. That's why 1 out of 6 women will be a victim or of attempted or completed forced entry in their lifetime. It's why white women get paid. Okay, so citation: why white women get paid 80 cents on every dollar a man makes. This guy is dripping with soy. Oh my goodness. 80 black women get 65% and Latino women get 59%. This is why the number 1 killer of black women between the ages of 15 to 24 is murder. Oh my goodness, because you know what? They lived to 106 if it wasn't. Like, yeah, he's saying you're throwing out all these long. This was written last year, so maybe the gentleman is in a different place now. I'm not sure, but this is hilarious. Usually from their spouses, usually black men. Oh, this is some self-loathing shit, ain't it? It's why we still demonize women for having their periods. Who does that? It's why it used to be considered impossible for the husband to rape his wife. Well, they in the confines of a marriage. I mean, I don't like when. I'm such the libertarian that, hey, who you decided to marry and give yourself to is who you decided to marry and give yourself to. None of that is any of my business. But guess what? Now we have laws that say, nah, a husband can't, forcibly enter his wife. And while Fabulous could have a police report saying he knocked out his partner's 2 front teeth along with a video of him wielding a knife at her while threatening to kill her father and brother, but an entire group of people still need proof before they believe her. She in it. That's her choice. It was her choice to be with him. If he did all that on camera, I can guarantee you probably did way nuttier shit than that in the course of their relationship. It's not my business. Alright, if she stay, she with him. If she not, hey, it is what it is. She back out on the market. That's why R. Kelly is now more known for sleeping with underage girls and having sex slaves, but still sells out shows. What kind of love is that? That's the type of love that, it's a pimp's love, A pimp's love is much different than that of a square's. Yo, all of these situations are nuanced and individualized, and honestly, you can't sit there and place one situation, and paint a broad brush with a few bristles. The more bristles you got, the broader you can paint. But you just pulling out a couple bristles and thinking you're gonna get this whole wall done, family. Nah, it don't work like that. All of those reasons and a whole lot more is proof that the love we say we have for women is BS. And don't get me wrong, I'm not here to throw every man but myself under the bus. I'm forced to look in the mirror and question my love as well. My love for women has not always been sincere, and it's almost never been healthy. I grew up thinking women were made for 3 roles: sexual objects, cookhouse servants, and emotional punching bags. I didn't think about the women in my life as people. I didn't think about what they wanted, who they were, or how that made them feel. I did smash them. I expected them to serve me hand and foot, and I used them to purge all of my trauma. Women are raised to love us in spite of ourselves, and us, we grow up to destroy them for it. Oh yeah, we hate women. Maybe it's time to admit what? Oh my goodness. Stanley, go hug your dad, Stanley, because you really need it. Like I said, I don't know where this gentleman. This is Stanley right here. Hey Stanley, how are you doing? Sir, you have issues that you need to work out, but you don't get to sit there and place them on every single black man walking. Though all that stuff that you did to those women, that's on you, pimpin'. That is not on black men in general. And you know what? You probably had reason at the time to do it. People can be annoying, all right? Like there's this old shirt that said, behind every woman's smile is a dude that's sick of it. And the deal is that it's true. People come with trauma, people come with issues, and what you allow in your life is what you can expect to get. So you sitting there, they allowed you into their lives, so guess what? That's what they got, unfortunately. And if you hate women, that's on you. But gentlemen, such as myself, we love and cherish women. Yeah, nothing's perfect. Situations, things that you knew. See, here's the fun part about relationships, right? Is that what you know And the first month is not what you know at the end of the first year, at the end of the first 2 years, at the end of the first 3 years. Time and circumstances and situations really change how you view and see people. So you'll see a chick who's been in a relationship for like a long-term relationship, and she completely admits all her fault and everything that went down, and just like, oh yeah, he was so terrible, he was this, that, that. And next thing you know, oh yeah, you sitting there and you're broke because the same the stuff that she did to the other guy, she's doing to you. So I mean, let's not pretend like there's no such thing as like anybody can't be a victim, and these things aren't two ways. There's so much more to each and every story. Let's read a little bit into Mr. Stanley Fritz. Jet Mag Beauty of the Week finalist circa 2067. What the hell? Dude, you a weirdo, man. Hey, Jet Mag is like, in the dumpster right now, so I don't think that's gonna be happening. But still, seriously, Beauty of the Week. Come on, bro. Table flipper, writer, non-respectable Negro, racist, roundhouse kicker. Oh yes, because you're just knocking out the racism and the sexism. This guy is such a soy. Stanley, go hug your dad, man. Go get a beer with your father. Kick up. If you never knew your father and you were raised by a single mother, well then, sir, all the issues that you have with women start at home. So with that being said, we are going to bring in this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like. Or dislike, not scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and you would want to get more videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing is caring, and YouTube's definitely not going to do it. And speak, let me know, what do you think in the comments? Is this guy just projecting like a mofo or what? Because over here, we love women. We love the feminine. We love how soft and caring and beautiful they can be, but that tends to come before they get completely washed by life, and after a while they're just jaded and stern and awful human beings. Heartless. And it happens both to men and women. So yeah, don't try to catch me out on that one. With that being said, until the next one, guys.